Everyone, Trevor here, and we are back. We got today's training day was a lower intensity, that movement day, that human movement day, just focusing on a lot of lower intensity type conditioning stuff, working on getting in different ranges of motion, letting the body flow, letting the body feel good, and just challenging it in different ways, whereas not always has to be high intensity sprinting or jumping or heavy loads on lifting. Let the body move. So we start out with our walk, nice and crisp. Fall weather is finally here. It's the frost was on the ground, so nice and cool out. So we didn't jump rope. Then our next thing, jumper was probably frozen anyway, so I didn't even try it. But we just did 5 minutes of hops, the Tommy John method, just bounce around for 5 minutes. Then we went into our crawls, just again use that as kind of our conditioning. Just move the body, get the heart rate not up, but just in a constant state of solid movement. And then you're challenging yourself in different ranges, different movements too, getting the hips, getting the shoulders, the ankles, the spine feeling good. After that, we went into our tumbling and rolls. Then we did our exploration on the rings, and just finished with some different mobility exercises to finish out the day. So that's what we had today, guys. So check it out, and thanks for watching. All right, next up, we're just going to go with our ring exploration, so about 5 minutes or so. Just play around on the rings, we'll see. Shoulder was feeling a little, not the best, so I was doing those rotating crawls with tornado crawls, scorpion crawls, whatever you call them, and I don't know, didn't feel the best. So we'll see how these, especially with the skin of cats, but we'll see how they feel, and we'll just play around with that. If those bother, then we'll just do some like hangs and iso holds on the rings. But go for a few minutes here, then we'll get into some more just movement based mobility work. Oh. Doing some mobility work, whatever you want to call it. I mean, everything is mobility work if you're moving your body. But we're gonna hit the spine, we're gonna hit the shoulders, the hips, all a lot of the weaker points or the stiff points or achy points that people get a lot of in their bodies, the neck, the hips, the back, the shoulders, ankles, those types of things. They always, those more joint areas where you're rotating and supposed to be moving a lot, but you're not because you're sitting so much. You're stuck in like boots or shoes or high heels, and your feet aren't moving and bending and things like that. Or your shoulders are always stuck, slouched forward because you're on your phone, you're on your computer all day. We get stiff, we get achy, we get immobile. So let's move that stuff. So we're gonna work on the spine first. We're gonna go seated Jefferson curl, so legs are going to be on a bench straight, and it's kind of like a child's pose. But so feet out, we're just going to curl down. Oh God, I can't move today. Oh, that feels good. The legs just straight on the bench, and you're gonna get some weight. You start body weight, it's fine, and just fold over. Next, we're gonna grab our one of the most underrated tools you can use, a PVC pipe. Again, you can do this without a PVC pipe too, but or a barbell or whatever. So we're just gonna go PVC side bend, so just again focus on the spine rather than kicking the hips out. A lot of times you'll just kick the hips out, just focus on the spine. Go faster or slower. We're going to go bent over twists. So we're going to bend over, make sure you got room. Next, we're going to get a little bit more shoulders. We got a lot of shoulder mobility work with the on the rings. That's probably I don't know, one of my favorite tools. I don't want to say best just because there is no best. It's going to be what's best for you, and you might have different things that feel better. But because then again, there's no like absolutes, those blanket statements that so many of the fitness influencers use just to fearmonger you. Oh, I don't want this. They use their product or use their method or whatever. But we're going to get some internal rotation here. There we go. So put the arms through at the elbows, arm around the back, and just let the bands pull the elbows in. You can just expose the body to different movements, different ways to hit different movements, different ranges of motion. Oh. All right, then we're going to go to our neck. Again, neck is one of the most neglected things. I think we forget about it. To train it, you can lift. We're just going to do iso holds with it. So strengthen the neck. That can help. I don't know. Probably help prevent concussions, like landing on your head, landing on your neck. If you're playing a contact sport, football or wrestling or things like that, you want a strong neck because it's going to help. Again, not prevent injuries, but reduce the risk of those neck injuries that can be more serious. Again, you're not going to get rid of, stop everything, but it can help. So we're just going to go neck bridge. Again, you might just start this from the floor, regress as where you're at. We're going to go just the back of the head on there and just push in, and we're just going to hold for a few seconds. Again, you gotta just listen to the wise words of the Wu-Tang Clan. Protect your neck. I like to go forward too, but I'm not as strong. It's hard to go. It's a lot of pressure. So I go slightly, use a little bit of hands. But still put most of the weight on the forehead. Then hit side, I usually just go against the rack, kind of like you're leaning into the rack. You can do this forward, backward too. Put all the pressure on the side of the head into the neck. Do this against the wall. It's probably easier than a rack, so you don't, if you go side to side, you fall off the rack. All right, we're gonna hit some hips. We're gonna go Cossack, HBK deficit squats, and frog pose with internal rotation. So go one leg up, leg as straight as up, and then you're gonna, oh man, I'm so immobile this way. Frog pose, and then we'll bring each leg up. So down on the frog, sit back in it, and it's internally rotate each foot, hold for a second. Oh. To do this first time, you probably start cramping up in the hip flexors. Just let it go through, let it work through that cramp. your first reaction is to go, oh, cramp. But if you just let it go for a little bit, you'll feel better. Breathe through it. My left one is starting right now. I don't have good internal rotation, but again, we can work on that stuff, but it's not going to stop me from doing squats or deadlifts or sprinting or anything like that. Just because I'm not great at it, that's kind of my body compensating. A lot of times our body compensates. That's what makes great athletes, elite athletes, and great athletes and elite. I don't know, I just repeated myself for 5. Makes great athletes great and elite athletes elite is their compensations for whatever. Maybe they're tighter hips or tighter ankles on the sprint fast or whatever it may be. Or the way they overcompensate for like a pitcher. Right? A lot more external rotation than the left. That's just our body's natural way of compensating. That's why they're good. That's why we don't need to go and fix everything. Yes, it's fine to work on some stuff if you just want to move better, if something's causing a real issue. But it's not, you're not broken. You don't need to be fixed. You don't need to be healed. Your body's going to heal itself for the most part. We don't need to do all these drugs and pills and all this medicine to heal a lot of stuff, like pain and stuff like that. Pain-free performance life, say it all the time. I fell for it before when I was younger in my coaching career and promoted that pain-free performance is a thing. It's not real. There's going to be pain, there's going to be soreness, there's going to be injuries along the way. That's part of the journey. And you can't prevent injuries, you can't prevent pain. Pain is how you grow, physically, mentally, emotionally. So, again, I just do these things to move better. I'm not really gonna just doing this stuff once or twice is not gonna fix anything. But you feel better when you do it. So do it consistently, but don't let a lack of internal rotation, external rotation, spinal mobility or something, whatever it may be, don't let that hold you back from actually training hard and training to perform better, to move better, to feel better. So don't let these things hold you back. Just because someone on social media said it doesn't mean you need to stop doing training because, oh, I have poor external rotation or my toes aren't perfectly spread apart or whatever it may be. There's so much dumb stuff out there. Just don't fall for it. If it feels kind of like, I don't know, what's the word, too good to be true, it probably is. So you don't need to fix everything, especially you don't need to fix it right away because you're not broken. You don't need to be fixed. You can be improved upon, built upon, made better. But again, it's not going to make all the difference just to have an extra degree of internal rotation or an extra degree of external rotation. Can you work on it? Yeah, there's nothing wrong with wanting to work on it, wanting to improve it, whatever it may be. But again, you are human. You're not meant to move like everyone else. You're meant to move like you. Find what works best for you, and then work at that. Work at your pace. Compare yourself to others is fine, but know that there are different parts of their journey, and you got to compare yourself mainly to your journey and compete with yourself on your journey, and do what you can. Reach your goals and achieve your goals, and then keep going and build on new goals. It's the whole journey. It's not just the, oh, this or that. So, little rant on that. So hips. All right, we're gonna finish with another, two more shoulder things, and then we're gonna do some GHR sit-ups, and we'll be good for the day. So we are going to go with overhang pull-ups. I like this variation. This feels good. We'll see how it feels with my shoulder. I haven't done them in a while, but it's usually not the pushing or pulling. It's just the explosive, like the cleans or snatches, mainly snatches, that high impact. We're going to go a wide grip. Oh. And then pull up. And I really can't do this one in here, so. All right, we're gonna PVC shoulder flow too. Just, it's tough in here because the ceilings are so shallow. They're short, shallow. Like that. All right, last thing I'm gonna do is just the GHR sit-ups or crunches. Get that full extension. That's why I don't like regular crunches, just because you're not getting any extension on your back. And as someone like myself who has terrible spinal extension, and again, that's something, like I was just saying, I don't have great spinal extension. That doesn't hold me back from doing certain things. I can still squat, I can still do it, I can still sprint, because a lot of stuff is gonna help. I'm just not gonna stop doing all that other stuff and just strictly work on my spinal extension. I incorporate that in, I sprinkle that in, but I don't let it hold me back from doing other movements. It's not about being a perfect mover, it's about being a consistent mover and doing better